looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. And get you out of my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head, get you out of my head. Hurricane, a tidal wave. Essence perfect, life looks brilliant, give me more of this. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. Yeah, you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. And get you out of my hand again. Is it wrong? Is it right? It's like I've won my final war without a fight. I'm out of control, about to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You bury me, bury me. I know you bury me, bury me. You've got me hypnotized, push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. I can see, I can hear, going crazy, but the light has got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my head, get you out of my head again.
Please note.
Never gonna stop, never gonna change, never gonna do the things you say. I run my own way to get there. Phones are calling and I don't seem to care. In the air, no more crowd, just the opposite kind of few clouds. So tell me this time is coming, I'm sick of all your lies. Why don't you try to be wise? Know that I need you anyway.
Just to feel like I'm fading. And though my heart rates a beat of time, I've got to let just to tell you, don't lead the way, don't leave a step. That I draw with a trust.
hid away, left me here, unable to find my way. Who killed the plan? Again, I set my sights so high, I dreamed of skies so bright, but life is a changing tide. Let's face it, embrace it, nothing happens the way I planned it. Unexpected arises, I'll give it up, baby.
Hello, hello, and welcome to the Honor Ramble. We are a little bit late, but it is your host, Auntie Collins, here to my right for only two more shows.
I can't control time, but
I don't like this.
I have been running the podcast gauntlet tonight. I started on Between Two Bears, popped into their holiday stream for about an hour while watching the Ring of Honor episode, while writing my review. I then popped into the Fightful post show for Ring of Honor. We dissect the entire card. We had some laughs over there. And now I'm here on my own show to, again, talk about Ring of Honor because I clearly have nothing else to do with my time.
Yeah,
Did you
got
know?
nothing else to do.
I've counted the matches. We have 13 matches on the card tomorrow. Oh no, my notes.
How did that happen? We only had like 2 a couple weeks ago.
So Tony Khan, this is what happened. Tony Khan went to bed a couple nights ago and goes, "Wait, I have a final battle show to do. I must add all the matches." And now we are here.
Gosh. Now we are here.
So we're going to actually kind of run this show in reverse. We're going to kind of do what we had done on the Fightful post show a little bit. We're going to run through our predictions, and then we're going to review the episode, because I feel like the main parts of our episode are going to be the Final Battle 2024 predictions, because I will be there at Hammerstein. I'm so excited. How excited are you for tomorrow?
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. So jealous. And you get to be with the King of New York in the same room.
You know what? I don't claim him. He came to my borough without me knowing. How rude. But we're not talking about that match yet. We gotta start with the 0 hour, because on tonight's Ring of Honor episode, we had 4 matches confirmed for our 0 hour.
Before we do this predictions, everyone get in your likes, get in your subscribes, get in your shares, leave a little comment, play along with predictions if you will. I think we need to do a wager.
We talked about this. You have yet to tell me what the wager is.
Okay, so if you win predictions,
yeah,
I buy you an espresso martini.
Okay.
And a can of soup.
Okay.
So I'll need to figure out how to send you some money.
Okay.
And you'll have to show me some receipts.
Some receipts, yes.
Make sure you're not spending that money on necessities, you know?
Oh, of course not.
Okay. But if I win,
if you win,
what do I get? 3 more weeks of Kimmy Sokol?
My January is booked, though. I will not be in this. I will not be in New York for
it's worth
2
a try, guys. It was worth a try.
What do you want besides more me?
Tequila.
So I'll send you money for tequila. That's what we'll do. Okay, alcohol solves
Perfect.
all of our problems. That's how we cope with Ring of Honor. I mean,
this is my coping juice, right?
So thank you. We appreciate that here.
Love you,
So
Millie.
the first match on our 0 hour is the Infantry, Carly Bravo and Sean Dean versus the Undisputed Kingdom. Mike Bennett had tweeted out earlier today that this is actually the first time that they have teamed together at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is absolutely
That's
crazy
wild.
to me. And I'm so happy they got this moment on the card. I would actually not be surprised if we see Maria Kanellis here with all of the history she has in this building and with Ring of Honor. I would not be shocked if Tony Khan tried to do something with that, because I feel like the big thing about this show is the nostalgia. of Ring of Honor
Sure.
at Hammerstein. I think the Infantry are going to win. They just turned heel. I think that they need to climb up the ranks a little bit. So I'm going to go with the Infantry. What about you?
This is where I'm a little bit because this would be the Infantry without Shane Taylor, right? And it is for because Matt Taven and Mike Bennett are like the nostalgia pop, right? You get Maria Kanellis out there, they're winning. So for the lore, for the storyline, I'm gonna go with Undisputed Kingdom.
They had a tough night tonight, you know. They lost.
I know we're gonna talk about it.
I had actually said that Lee Moriarty was a coward because he cheated to win and not following pure rules. How dare he?
We'll talk about that.
Our next match on the 0 Hour is one I'm very excited that this woman gets the opportunity to shine, because I had said that if there is one person on the AEW roster who has capitalized all of her minutes on TV, who has literally shown that she could do anything, it is Harley Cameron. And we have
Absolutely.
Harley Cameron versus Hanako, someone from Stardom. And I think Hanako is actually going to win because I feel like anytime they really bring in someone for a match for Ring of Honor, they usually are on the upper side and they usually win here. But I'm expecting big things from Harley Cameron in 2025. I mean, did you see her cameos? She's a ventriloquist? How the hell? What
Yeah,
can
I don't
she
think
do?
I don't think that there is too much lost when Harley Cameron loses. I don't think that her losing makes her any less of an absolute star. I mean, she's doing the promo for the AEW shop, which
Was
my
hilarious.
order from Black Friday just arrived today.
What'd you get?
I got a Deonna Purrazzo shirt. I got an Outrunner shirt, and then my husband got one of the Street Fighter things or whatever DC, I don't know, things. You know, $120 later or whatever.
So who you got in this match?
I like what you said about Hanako, because it would be nice to see a Stardom person win here, but I love it when Harley Cameron loses. So let's do Hanako because it would be fun.
It would definitely be fun. And what's fun is this other match we have on 0 Hour, because they had hinted at this a couple weeks ago with the newly formed Lee J tag team.
STG. I don't know anything about nothing. So don't. Is that me?
I don't know what.
Okay, so
I think
Lee J.
Yes, I think it's supposed to be Tony Khan, like putting his hands over his head.
Whoa.
Tony Khan on the media call put over EJ Naduka so much, talking about how he is one of the rising stars, said that he loved the pairing of Lee Johnson and EJ Naduka. He expects big things from them as a tag team. They are facing off against the Gates of Agony. I wrote this in my Ring of Honor review. I expected this to be added to the 0 Hour because on commentary, they were hyping up the 0 Hour before they even announced any of the matches. And I'm like, how are you hyping this thing up? And we don't even know what's happening. I think the main thing here is that the Gates of Agony have been undefeated in Ring of Honor tag team competition, and I think that streak ends, and I think Lee J gets the shocking upset, and they walk out of here the winners.
So you took the predictions right out of my mouth. The fact that commentary even mentions the same thing of Gates of Agony have, this long winning streak. Brian Cage also has this winning streak. Like, all these things are happening. They only keep mentioning that against it's what they call foreshadowing, right? So if we're talking up Lee J and talking up about Yeah, but they're not as good as the undefeated Gates of Agony. Well, guess what? Guess who's going to be defeated? Gates of Agony. Who do you think pins whom?
I think that EJ Nduka will pin Bishop Khan.
Ooh. I like that. I like that a lot.
Because then Toa Leona gonna go crazy and be like, "What the heck? Why is this happening?" Yeah,
He's slimmed down so much and
he has.
so much more agile. Totally into it. Just not here.
Listen, he walked to the ring with slides tonight, and I was like, "Oh, buddy." Our final match to close out the 0 hour is another one that they've actually built on Ring of Honor TV. It's a miracle, thank God. Dark Order versus the Grizzled Young Veterans. Just to let everyone know, this feud has been started by Dark Order stealing clothing items. That is how this whole feud started, by the Dark Order stealing the scarves
Making them
and clothes.
naked.
Yeah, unbelievable. So I think Grizzled Young Veterans have to win this one. I think there was so much hype behind them signing with Ring of Honor AEW, and that kind of fell on the back burner a little bit. I don't know who to blame for that, but I think they need to go on the path towards tag team gold, whether that be in AEW or Ring of Honor. So I'm going to go with the Grizzled Young Veterans.
I went on a rant about this, 2 weeks ago?
You did.
When this whole storyline happened, I was like, these are your New Japan Strong tag champs. And you're treating them with a get naked storyline? Like, is this a 90s teen movie? Like, no. I mean, do I want to see Grizzled Young Veterans naked in the ring? Would be great, but that's not going to happen. They're not going to go into they're not going to go full Monty out here. Do you even know what full Monty is? You don't.
No.
Full sausage and
Okay.
beans.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Millie out here saying stealing the scarves is disrespecting the Manchester United hooligans. So I think Grizzled Young Veterans have to win. But remember, was it last week that the Dark Order picked up the win against the Infantry, which Shane Taylor, like, what? Make it make sense.
And Evil Uno also was yelling at the Dark Order last week too, teasing some tension going on. So I don't know.
Make it make sense.
CV, by the way, if you see me tomorrow at the Hammerstein Ballroom, please stop me and say hello.
Yeah, please stop her. Make sure that she's drinking water, staying hydrated.
My dad will be with me. So
Daddy Sokol.
yes, father will be there. This is actually our sixth final battle. Words. This will be my dad and I's sixth final battle attending at the Hammerstein Ballroom, which is crazy.
That is insane.
Because now I'm going in this media where I was a fan all those times before. So kind of full circle moment, which is super cool. But we got to get into this main card because, man, we got some matches. And I'm going to start off because I want to know who you think this TBD is. We had a lot of theories on the Fightful show. So many. And I feel like it's got to be someone of Hammerstein Ballroom past. Someone of Final Battle past. Someone who they are showing a video package for him tomorrow on the 0 hour before the show even starts of the Tales. Someone who is a former Pure champion. I think it's going to be Nigel. I'd also thrown out Samoa Joe. I'd thrown out Jerry Lynn. We threw out Homicide. Knowing Ring of Honor logic, it's definitely going to be like Josh Woods, and we're all just going to go cry in the corner that we thought it was Nigel.
I would be so mad.
I would be too.
Nigel is in such good shape.
He is. I think it makes sense for it to be Nigel. No matter who it is, I think Lee Moriarty is going to retain here. I think the end goal is everyone Shane Taylor Promotions needs to win the gold. I've said that on the show for weeks. And obviously, none of them have gold yet, so we got to hold off on it. So I am picking Nigel McGuinness as a TBD and Lee Moriarty as your end still Pure champion. Who you got?
I'm writing this down for you. I definitely think
I'm taking notes. What are you talking about?
That's so cute. That's so cute. I love that the piece of paper is like.
I
Can
really
you-
tried.
Okay, if you win, can you sign that and send it to me so that I have something of memorabilia to remember our feud?
I will. Do you want me to send you a Kimmy Sokol signed trading card as well?
Yes. I need it so bad.
What
I
happened
like.
to the paper, STG? I obviously bit it.
Yeah, duh. We buy paper here, STG. Please get a life. Well, your life is here in this chat forever. You're
Ever
trapped. You're trapped just like in Zoolander when they were trapped in the computers. Did you watch? Have you ever seen Zoolander?
Nope.
It's fine.
Talk about
All right.
Nigel. Let's turn this shit around.
So I was thinking Nigel McGuinness because Hammerstein Ballroom. Oh no, I'm gonna have to remember the year.
What are you trying to think of?
Nigel McGuinness at Hammerstein Ballroom.
Are you talking about the Bryan Danielson match? I think that was
Yeah.
2008. 2008?
2008.
I think.
Oh my god.
I think it was 2008. Are you talking about Bryan's last match?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2008.
I was trying to think in where I was because that was my first year of college. It was 2008. Yes, we are old. Hello.
I
You
was
see my
7 years
gray
old.
hair. Okay. Get a life. Get a life. So I think Leo Moriarty, yes. Would love it to be Nigel. Dean I just if it's Christopher Daniels, I will scream.
Oh man, I'm gonna text Kate that. Hold on.
Ah!
Kate.
I was also thinking Christopher Daniels, though. As
That's
you know.
horrible.
Why is that horrible? You don't love Christopher Daniels like I do.
I do, but like, there's been so much hype for it to be Nigel. Like, imagine if like Christopher Daniels just walks out. I'm gonna be like, bro, why didn't I go to House of Glory?
Oh my god! But it should be Nigel. Samoa Joe would be a great because he's bound to return at some time.
Yeah, his show's done filming, so
I know. Wait, did I tell you that I know someone who works with his wife?
you did not.
Mm-hmm. I know someone that works with his wife, and she's like, I don't want them to know that I'm like a wrestling fan. Like, that's weird. And I'm like, that would be amazing. Get me the in.
Kate said that Christopher Daniels would make a better judge than a participant in this match.
That's fair. That's fair.
But are they gonna watch it from the table, or are they gonna watch from in the back on the TV again?
That's shady, Kimmy.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, though. Come on. Get your ass out there, you weirdo. You know what I feel like? The reason why they did that is because probably someone didn't make their flight.
That's even worse. So they couldn't have had somebody else? They've had random people be the judge. Why can't Tony Khan be a judge? He probably knows all the pure rules.
I mean, he probably does, that little
You know what?
neurodivergent weirdo.
Tony Khan, you know what you should do tomorrow? I think you should be a pure rules judge tomorrow, Tony. I think you should just come out there with like all proud of you running in Hammerstein. And in case you missed the media call, he said it like 25 times that it was his first time in Hammerstein Ballroom. He was so excited to be there. So excited. It was his first time there. He's always wanted to go. He never got to go. He said it like so many times. And I was like, Tony, I get it. Shut up. I understand. You're excited to come to my city. I get it. It's not that, like, first of all, the building's not even that big. Holds 2,000 people. But I will say this. This is a scoop I broke on Fightful about a half hour ago. The Dynamite is completely sold out, And I could look into this camera and tell you they were not giving comps for any of these Hammerstein shows.
Yeah.
So the Dynamite is fully sold out. I had a lot of friends very upset they couldn't get comps, and I was like, haha, I got comp and you didn't because I'm media. But yes, the Collision and Dynamite were not giving out comps. So if those two, well, the Dynamite sold out, if the Collision sells out, it is a complete sellout. All people who bought tickets besides media, which is absolutely amazing. So all those people that go in the comments saying AEW is dying, they sold out the Hammerstein Ballroom.
You know who didn't sell at the Hammerstein Ballroom?
Brian Cage.
GCW.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, again, they're not going to sell at the Hammerstein Ballroom. That's a company that did some
I'm
things.
going to them. Did I tell you that the show is the same night as World's?
You did, and you told me that you were going to try to watch World's End while you were at the GCW show.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what show we were on where you said this. I don't think it was
Yeah.
Honor Ramble. I think we were with Jose or somebody else. So you were like
Yeah.
explaining this to me, and I was like, yeah, that's something I would do. I've done that.
Because sometimes there are like in those GCW shows, like the first like 3 matches, I'm like, I don't know who you are.
I forgot which. I think it was the TNA tapings that they were running after Bound for Glory. Me, Ellen, Jose. So it was the same day as Extreme Rules. It was when Rollins and Riddle were in that like cage match, and like that was the main event.
Mhm.
So the ambulance didn't get to the TNA show on time. So the taping were delayed. So we were sitting there watching Extreme Rules, waiting for the TNA tapings to start. Like we were on
Oh
Ella's
my
phone watching
God.
Extreme Rules, and I was like, yeah, this is us. This is the
And in the state of New York, you have to have the ambulance on site,
Yes,
correct?
Yes. There's something about the New York Commission that when we get to the Texas bull rope match that I'm going to discuss, because it was a question I raised for on Fightful that I was like, wait, huh?
Oh, interessante. Do we want to talk about them?
Oh, we can. We can jump ahead. I was gonna go in the orders of my notes.
No,
But
go in the order of your notes.
no, it's fine. I already opened that door. So we got the Texas Bull Rope match, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship, Sons of Texas versus the Righteous. So my question for the New York Commission, so I don't know if you know this, but in New York, you really can't bleed in wrestling. So my question was like, are you telling me they can't bleed in this match?
Mhm.
Which I think would take away. And then I asked Kate in SP3, and Kate was like, well, like, if it's not intentional, like, Dustin can't blade himself, but, like, if he gets hit with the bell and he accidentally bleeds, like, you can't do anything about that. So I was like, loophole.
So here's the thing about Dustin Rhodes. His skin, he bleeds in every match. Like his skin must be like paper thin because I think that he does blade sometime. Like I get color, whatever you want. But he's one of those wrestlers that for always like they like scratch something and it's just a gusher, and I'm like, is there something wrong with your blood? Like
what is happening?
Getting your hand slammed or your arm slammed on a, the ring steps. Like, I didn't think that would like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, keep that in the back of your mind tomorrow while watching this match, guys.
Yeah.
Of like, why aren't they bleeding? Oh, because Kimmy, like, that's why the big thing too is like why GCW really doesn't run New York is because of the fact that they really can't bleed. Because that was the problem I think with the first Hammerstein shows, like they weren't allowed to bleed, and I don't think there was any blood on the match or on the card at all. And I was like, why? And I was like, all right, so yeah. In case there's no blood, this is the reason why. We love you, New York State Commission. Thank you so much for making our wrestling fun. In terms of this match, this has been the best feud in the entire pay-per-view. Is this. How Dutch constantly gets in the head of Dustin. Are you disagreeing with me?
Yeah. It was Jericho and Cardona for sure.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, it's after 10 minutes. Fuck no, it's not. Dutch constantly getting in the heads of Rhodes after saying Dusty always liked him more than his son. That is what they call cinema,
Yeah.
not anything you see in that other company. This is probably going to be one of the matches of the night due to the violence. Now, both teams will bring it to New York. Like I said, I don't know if they're going to allow blood, but if they do, that'll add so much more to the story. This, to me, I think this is going to lead to Guevara and Rhodes actually splitting up and fighting each other. I do think Sammy's going to stay within Ring of Honor because I do believe that Ty Mello is going to join the fray at some point within the next couple months, go after that Ring of Honor Women's TV title, which I would love to see. But the righteous have to win. If there was one thing that has to happen on this show, because I cannot even sit here and guarantee that Billy's going to win, but this is the one guarantee thing that has to happen. The righteous have to win. They are so TV ready. If you're getting that TV deal, it is such an ominous team to have leading that tag team division. And I think Dustin and Sammy's done a great job, but we're not in Texas anymore. We're not doing those Texas tapings. We're not heading to Texas till July for All In. So I think the righteous will win, and it's finally time for them to win the Ring of Honor tag team titles. Very well deserving.
Woo! Woo! You know how I feel about the righteous. I absolutely love them, and both of them follow me on Twitter.
Hey,
Doesn't mean really anything about Twitter, but you know I've been pulling for them. I love the shades of using Dusty Rhodes because you know what? If the other company can do it, so can we. Because he impacted more than just NXT and WWE/F. This feud knows no bounds. And I know that it's nasty and it's personal. I want to see a Sammy Guevara split. I think we've been waiting for Sammy to turn heel because he's so much better as a heel. Come on. Do you buy him being a good boy? No, no one does. And Ty Mello as a heel, so much better. Come on. I want to see friction between them. And then I want to see Vincent and Dutch just capitalize off of that. And you know what? We're going to also see that railroad track thing.
yes.
We're going to see it. And it's going to wind up in somebody's face or breaking an ankle. That's what I'm here for. It's going to be gnarly. I love it's a double bull rope, right? It's not. It's,
They're claiming it's double bull rope, but I don't understand what's the difference between like a regular bull. Like, what's the difference? Is it because they're both tied up? Isn't that common sense?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of being on one rope, they're on two separate ropes. So, and honestly, better. I miss Ty Mello so much.
I wouldn't be shocked if she comes out actually during this. I wouldn't be shocked if we see her during this pay-per-view. I know nothing, and I'm saying that very truthfully. I actually don't know anything, but I would not be surprised if we don't see her here. If we see her this weekend, she's cleared.
Terrasante.
But you're picking the righteous.
I am picking the righteous.
Cool. Let's move on to another championship match. Survival of the Fittest for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. We got Brian Cage, Willie Mack, Commander taking a break from the C2, which me on In the Weeds was like, why is she... Well, she, Jesus. So thinking, because I was reading the
Commander is...
No, I was reading the comment.
Or MTF.
She's cleared. Oh, yeah, yes. Ty is cleared.
Yeah, she's cleared.
Commander's taking a break from the C2, and I remember we were literally on In the Weeds, like, what, like, why is he taking a break from the C2? And I'm like, because he needs a well-rested break from getting 0 points in the Continental Classic.
He's eliminated. Like, he's eliminated.
Not in his mind. He is still fighting. Versus Mark Davis, AR Fox, and Blake Christian. The one thing I will say, does it occur to anyone else that this title is always in a survival of the fittest match on the pay-per-view instead of building up a viable contender and doing a one-on-one match? It's just me. I figured. Cage is practically undefeated in ROH sanctioned action. I don't think that ends here. I think seeing Don Callis on Honor Club tonight is kind of an indication of like they will be featured more on Ring of Honor. So I think Cage is going to retain. But SP3 brought up a really good point of he thought the finals was going to be Cage and Mark Davis, and this was going to plant the seeds for Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher, because this is how Kyle Fletcher won the Ring of Honor TV title in a survival of the fittest match, and he won. So Mark Davis could be like, well, I did it too. I just didn't get the job done, but I'm trying to be like you and trying to break out on my own, which I think is amazing storytelling. So I really hope that happens. But I'm going to go with Brian Cage.
I went back and forth with this because there has been zero build, no story. We've not seen this champion really developed at all. The only thing that we've been really doing is seeing him with the Don Callis family, which is like, okay, clearly we're not telling a story here. However, Willie Mack has been pulled from GCW shows. Why has he been pulled from shows if not for something bigger?
Because Sean had said that it was suggested to him to pull. It like no one forced him to. It was just suggested.
I think that 2025 is going to be the year of Willie Mack. I'll say that here. I think there will be gold in this company for him. If this is the plan and the suggestion, I think that'll happen. It won't happen tonight. I like that Mark Davis storyline because I've been confused of how they are going to finesse with this Mark Davis, because I thought him and Will Ospreay were going to have a tete-a-tete for that friendly fire that happened.
I think they're saving it for Australia.
Smart on them. But I like a Mark Davis. I like a Willie Mack. But Brian Cage is underdeveloped and uncooked chicken here, so don't you just think that he just looks like unpeppered chicken? Like, just personality-wise, but like could be better.
Listen, I like his new tag team name of Murder Machines. That is one of the best tag team names I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, yes.
Even if it wasn't a play on like
Murder
Machine
Hawk
and Murder Hawk, it's like that's a good name. That's better than like anything they're doing in NXT right now.
I mean, Axiom just can't seem to get on the same page there. They're just going after Obafemi for no reason.
For no reason.
Speaking of things for no reason, we have welcomed this man back to a Ring of Honor. I don't know why, because this man was also a former Ring of Honor TV champion that disappeared for many months.
Oh my God!
He lost the title on AEW pay-per-view. It is Mansoor versus Atlanta.
Why is he here?
I don't know.
Why are we bringing back Atlantis Jr.? He's not connecting with the fans. This is where you should slot in Commander if you're wanting him to have just a random singles match.
He's very busy.
Not that I'm saying that all lucha style wrestlers are the same, but if you're wanting this kind of match, have someone that the crowd actually connects with, because you know who they're going to connect with?
Who?
Mansoor.
Yes.
MXM. So are we turning him heel? Like, I don't know what's happening.
I would have rather seen a tag team match of MXM versus Atlantis Jr. and someone else from CMLL. Oh my God. What's wrong with you people? I thought a tag team match would make more sense because obviously MXM's a tag team. I don't know why Mansoor. Are we trying to push Mansoor in singles action here? This match should be fine. It should kick off the show just to get it over with. But Atlantis Jr. is obviously going to win this one. Sorry, Mansoor.
I mean, MXM isn't known for winning on Ring of Honor.
Nope.
So why would they be known for winning a singles match? But I agree, Atlantis Jr. And they better do something quick with him because I'm bored.
You're bored.
I'm bored.
You're bored.
Watch, I'm gonna be like, this is match of the night.
If I get a
This
text from you that says that, I
line.
don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. Something that's not boring, something that I am very excited for is the Ring of Honor Women's Television Championship match because we've got Red Velvet versus Layla Hirsch. I talked to Tony about Red Velvet on the media scrum this past week, and he had literally said what I said of she's gotten so much more comfortable in the ring. You could see the confidence she has. She has gone to Mexico with this title and just like with pride representing Ring of Honor, someone that was given so many opportunities very early on in AEW. Remember, she teamed with Shaquille O'Neal.
I know.
And so many people were like, why are you giving this opportunity to her of all people? And it was, it was her and people called it was Brandy. People thought it was going to be Cody and Brandy, but no, it was Cody and Red versus Shaquille O'Neal and Jade. And she's proven that, you know what? They believed in her very early on. She was one of the very first women to have an action figure with AEW, so they clearly saw the stakes very early on, and I'm very glad it's paying off. As we all enter the end year award season, I think she deserves most improved because of all of this. I think this match is going to be really good. I think Hirsch is someone that's also proven herself, but I think it's a little too early to take the title off Red because she hasn't had a proper feud. So I'm going to go with and still Red Velvet.
Okay, why haven't they really given her a proper feud?
Because she's been in Mexico.
Just because of that?
Probably. Listen, they gave a reason when we get to the Billy Starks match. Tony gave a reason as to why Billy Starks didn't get a feud when she had her TV title. And I was like, Anthony. He said that Athena told Billy not to defend the title because she was scared she was going to outshine her. And then I asked Billy about it in our interview, and I was like, yo, Tony said this on the media call. Do you think that this is true? And she goes, yeah, Athena would tell me that it just wasn't my night, and it was her show, and it was her night, and she had to do all this. And that's why I never defended the title. And I go, oh,
That makes so much sense.
Yes, this is what I needed. I was so happy. He literally said that, and I go, Anthony, you done good, my dude. So, yeah. There's an explanation for Billy. We don't have an explanation for Red.
Well, I'm excited for Red. Keep going. Who would you like to see in a feud with Red Velvet?
Trish Adora.
That's a good one.
I think Trish Adora is going to be the one to take it off for Red.
Oh.
If it's not Trish Adora, it's going to be Ty Mello. It's going to be either one of them.
You don't think like Queen Aminata?
No, I think Queen Aminata is going to be Billy Stark's first feud with the women's title.
Lady Frost.
No.
Don't tell Chris.
He's not in our chat.
Don't tell him. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal has not.
He hasn't. Whatever happened to that ambulance? We never know.
I don't know which.
Listen, I threw a lot of things out there. They were saying on Fightful that Tony should just give me the Ring of Honor book because I was just like, this should happen and this. And I was like, listen, Anthony.
It's far more creative of what they're doing.
I would agree with you.
Okay.
So are you picking Red?
Yeah, I'll pick Red.
Think the match is going to be good?
I think the match is going to be incredible. Here's the thing. Layla Hirsch has yet to have a match with an active roster member that I haven't liked. However, I worry about her injury prone because it seems like all the matches that I'm like, one for the books, out with a dislocated elbow. Concussion.
She had a knee injury. She had a
knee injury. Yeah.
That's why she was out for a while. I think it was a torn ACL, I think.
So.
Well, listen, we don't gotta worry about ladders and stuff. That elbow I texted everybody. I was like, yo, she's
Monte, come out here. Come on. Do we have a report of when someone's out with injury right now?
There's a lot of people out with injury.
Yeah,
you
there's
gotta
a
be
lot.
specific. Is it a girl?
Yeah. dating Diamante?
Oh, Kiera Hogan.
Oh, Kiera Hogan. Thank you. So
That
I
would
was
be
like,
one.
not
Baddie
Tasha
versus
Steeles.
Baddie. Baddie versus Baddie. I think she's also cleared. She was taking pictures backstage a couple weeks ago, so I think she's cleared. Layla Gray is someone too. I would love to see.
She
again,
needs a little bit more.
Listen, I heard.
season.
Listen, I heard the Top Flight turned their back on her.
Mm-hmm.
How rude! Unbelievable. Next,
Happens.
we have Katsuri Shibata, former peer champion, versus the returning Tommy Billington. Don't know where he came back from, but hello, dude. I love that he's back. He's had countless opportunities that he has shined. That match against Dax on Collision was phenomenal a couple months ago. This match should be amazing. They both have similar styles. I think Shibata wins, but I think at the end of this, it will be announced that Billington is officially All Elite / Ring of Honor.
Here's my thought. You ready?
I'm ready.
I think that Tommy Billington is going to win.
Oh,
I think this is the little shove of if you can beat Shibata, you can beat anybody. And that's how he will become All Elite.
so I talked about this on the show that Shibata has been getting a lot of wins, so I thought he was going to be in like a title match on this show.
Yeah,
And
same.
this is the best we could come up with.
I mean, this is the thing. The last we saw of him was in a 16-man whatever at AEW All In, right?
Yes.
We don't remember that 16-man whatever because
I was drunk on a boat saying, "What is this?" That is exactly what was going through my head.
I'm trying to, like, I'm looking at all these names of, like, okay, he was on the team of Action Andrade, Kip Sabian, Kyle Fletcher, Leo Rush, Rocky Romero, Dante, and Darius versus Anthony Ogogo, Arya Davari, Jay Lethal, Private Party, Satnam Singh, and the Dark Order of Alex Reynolds and John Silver. Do you remember anything about that match?
Yeah, it was just like Bobby said. I was drunk on a boat eating soup for lunch. That is exactly what I was
It was
doing.
the soup! The origin of the soup! The origin of the soup. Origin
That
of
is
the
exactly what I was doing when this match took place.
Origin of the soup. Origin of the soup. Origin of the soup.
Damn.
But yeah, I want Tommy Billington to win because, like, he got the kiss from Chris Jericho. So
He did?
yeah, Chris Jericho beat him at Dynamite before.
No, I know. He also had that match with
All-In.
Dax on Collision.
He did. That was great. He also had a match with Takeshita.
He did.
Mm-hmm. So
listen, I think we both agree after this match he's going to be announced that he signed. That was the rumor for a while that he signed, but he hadn't been here. I don't know if he was like suffering with injury or whatever.
yeah.
But I think this is it. Oh, in Vancouver, yes. This year's a blur. Wrestling happened. I don't know.
Vancouver?
Yes.
As in British Columbia?
Yes. Something happened post show. Jericho did something. I forgot what it was. I vaguely remember this.
I don't remember anything.
Neither
My
do
brain
I.
is Swiss cheese. So I'm going to go with Billington, mostly to defy Kimmy. So, but
we've only
also,
disagreed twice. This is the second time we've disagreed.
I know. But if he does win, I'll scream.
Am I going to hear you from New York, from Washington?
Yeah, you will. I will send you
a video.
Me screaming. Yep.
So next up, we have a match that. Oh, I remember the Calgary match too. So I was not sold on this match a couple weeks ago. Then they had this segment on tonight's Ring of Honor, and I was like, "Oh my god, where has this been?" Because I literally found out so much about QT Marshall that I had no idea about. I was like, neck You broke your neck. You had 6 screws. Like, what the hell? This segment was great, and we will get there when we talk about the episode. But I think this is where we see the Costco guys. AJ was faced off with QT Marshall at a indie in Florida last weekend in his match against MJF. The Costco guys also had announced at the all-in ticketing event that they were going to be in Hammerstein Ballroom. Why else would they be in Hammerstein Ballroom? For QT Marshall. This is the only reason I feel like the match is on the show. If they don't get involved, what are we doing here? So I am going with Jay Lethal with the help of the Costco guys.
With the help of the Costco guys, because boom! Hold on.
What am I holding on for?
I am going to look advanced search because I'm pretty sure
that slap was nasty. I was like, oh my god.
I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited to talk about why doesn't Cage Match do I'm trying to see how many times Jay Lethal has been at Hammerstein Ballroom. It is more than
lot.
2.
A lot.
It is more than 2, 3, 4, 5.
Probably, yeah.
I hate not having this thing. What? Advanced search. Why is this not populating? Do I need to remove my cookies? I think I do. Hold on.
Holding on.
I can't find it.
Very hard at work here.
Sorry, I wish I could show you my screen right now. Nothing is coming up. Like literally, it's just a blank screen for Cage Match. Is Cage Match down?
I don't know.
Probably. I don't know. I know it's been more than 3, and I don't know his win-loss percentage, and that's what I was trying to look. So if somebody wants to look online for me how many times Jay Lethal has had a match at the Hammerstein Ballroom, I will love you forever and ever. Amen. But I feel like this would be getting his lick back for one that I'm remembering. And the Ring of Honor crowd seems to love Jay Lethal. Here's my problem. I have never connected with Jay Lethal. Watched him in TNA. Watched him in Ring of Honor. Watched him in AEW. I am not meant to like Jay Lethal. Even when he's been a face, pseudo face, still have not liked him.
I met Jay Lethal at the Hammerstein Ballroom. That's a fun
Did he
fact.
have cornrows or did he not have cornrows? Because that is how I remember.
He did. I believe he won. He was champion. I believe it was the first final battle I went to. I believe he won the Ring of Honor TV title that night. I believe.
I love it.
That I feel like I could find rather quickly. Final battle. I want to see what the main event was from the first final battle I went to. And then we'll talk about our 2.
I would love to know that, actually.
Oh, I was right. It was Davey Richards versus Eddie Edwards.
Oh my God. I want to die. That's so funny.
So here's my dad loves telling this story. That I was 11 years old and I hate long matches. I don't have the attention span for this. And this was right as like the Briscoe brothers and the greatest tag and the world's greatest tag team. Like this card was so long. Like there was a tag team gauntlet match. I'm looking at the card right now. Oh, I was right. Jay Lethal defeated El Generico and Mike Bennett in a 3-way dance to the Ring of Honor TV title. I can't believe I remember that. But yeah, so this main event went 41 minutes, and 11-year-old Kimmy was sitting there like, why is this match not over? I was so tired. I was like, I want to go to sleep. But yeah, that was the first main event for the first.
He seems like a double chunk cookie guy.
Listen, the Costco guys are gonna help him, so he's gotta like the double chunk chocolate cookie.
That's iconic, though. Bobby found it. 4. ROH World 6-Man Tag Title Tournament Final of the Kingdom defeating Jay White. Wait,
What is he?
what is this? This doesn't have Jay Lethal in it.
That is Jay White.
That's
is Jay
Jay White.
17 times. See, 17 times makes sense. Because there were other shows at Hammerstein that wasn't Final Battle that they ran. Because my first time at Hammerstein wasn't a Final Battle. It was the September pay-per-view they used to run.
I was like,
days.
this is.
While Bobby tries to find it, I will go over the card from the first Final Battle I went to because this is insane. So the first match was
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
No, it is. Jason Bird. So the first was Michael Elgin, who we don't claim him, versus TJ Perkins. Then we had Tommaso Ciampa, who was managed by Prince Nana and the Embassy, against Jimmy Rave. Then Jay Lethal versus El Generico. I don't know what happened to that guy. Versus Mike Bennett with Maria Kanellis. Kevin Steen wrestling Steve Corino. And since Steen won, he was able to rejoin Ring of Honor because he was kicked out of Ring of Honor because that's when Steve Corino was the board of directors and he was in charge.
Oh, because he's rude. Mm-hmm.
Very rude. Then we had a tag team gauntlet match. It was the Young Bucks who defeated Future Shock of Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly versus Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander.
Okay.
Versus the Bravado Brothers of Harlem and Lancelot, who I don't even remember who they are, and the All Night Express in Rhett Titus and Kenny King.
Rhett
Titus, who we still see on Ring of Honor sometimes. Roderick Strong defeated Chris Hero. The Briscoe brothers wrestled the world's greatest tag team in Charlie Haas and Sheldon Benjamin. And then Davey Richards defeated Eddie Edwards in a 41-minute main event where 11-year-old Kimmy was like, why can't we leave? Why is this match not over? Come on, Dan Severn, who is the special guest referee. You got to count faster.
Oh, my God. 16 matches is what I'm counting for.
He has won 8 and lost 9. Mike the ref round it.
Get that win. Yeah, because he lost in 2019 to Matt Taven, which I knew, but it was a 3-way with Kenny King, which Kenny King is a beast. I know that he defeated Cody the year prior. And the final battle in 2017, he defeated Marty Squirrel.
I was there for that, I think.
Gosh, what a terrible. We do not claim TJP.
No, we don't. We don't. That first match that happened, we don't claim that match.
We don't claim them. No.
Amazing Red. Oh my God, TNA when they ran Hammerstein. Oh, what a time. What a
incredible
time. We got 2 matches left. No. Got a point. Got a point.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right, we got 2 matches left. It's both our world titles. Since Fightful was able to confirm that Athena and Billy Starks was main eventing, which, by the way, the amount of people that blew up my DMs and was so concerned that this match was not going to main event was a little concerning.
Here's my thing.
Yeah.
Tony Khan's.
Yeah.
I did not think it was going to go on last.
You gotta believe. You gotta believe sometimes. It was.
Do I believe funny. I don't believe in Tony Khan. No.
But do you believe in Joe Hendry?
You know that's my alarm in the morning. Say his name. He appears.
Damn.
I wouldn't believe a fart. And I don't believe in Tony Khan to do the right thing.
But he did.
And book shows that I like sometimes. He did it. Now, put the cherry on top and make Blink 182 sing Aliens Exist.
Yes.
Do it or else.
Before we get to Athena and Billy, we got to talk about Chris Jericho and Matt Cardona for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh my God.
Now, this is not the World Heavyweight Championship match I was expecting to be on this card. Here we are, right?
I know.
I will give Matt a lot of credit for the amount of promotion he has done for this match.
Oh my God, the King of New York.
Because he posts every day about Final Battle on all of his segments on AEW Ring of Honor. He has his new shirt on Shop AEW.
Imagine if our Ring of Honor talent.
Champion did that. He actually did a bunch of media around New York this morning. I'll give him credit for that. If you listen to the Hump on Fightful, which I do every Wednesday at 2:00 because I have nothing else to do, Sean actually said that the whole segment with like Jericho like jumping him in GCW was all put together by Cardona anyway to create more buzz for the match. So Cardona, I give you a lot of credit for that. I would not be shocked if somehow at the last possible second, because of that attack, this match gets a stipulation because obviously he beat him up.
A stipulation.
Stipulation.
Dirty dog. Dirty dog.
Listen, I told Billy Starks yesterday, I go, nothing screams more to me than Final Battle at Hammerstein Ballroom than a ladder war match, and I think it is criminal that there is no ladder war match on this show.
I know.
I thought Athena Billy was going to be the ladder war match. I think it would have been interesting. It would have been the first ever women's ladder war. Apparently I can't have nice things. However, I think continuing nice things because A, Jericho entered Staten Island and I did not let him. 2, I think Jericho is going to retain the Ring of Honor title here because until we get that TV deal, that man is going to still be our champion. So I am picking Chris Jericho.
How can you hate him? Like,
Chris Jericho?
I can't hate him. I can't anymore. Just this piece has been like, all is forgiven.
No.
But yeah, Chris Jericho is winning, and Matt Cardona is going to make it look really, really good. It's going to look really good.
I hope so. But our main event, the match of all matches, literally a year in the making.
I know, they showed us tonight.
Now, I said this on Fightful. The build to this match has been absolutely horrendous. The build to last year's match was so much better. They have literally been building to this for 2 weeks, and it's unfortunate because this has been going on for 2 years. 2 years MIT has been a thing, and Billy and Athena and Lexi and everything. So I'm very disappointed. They did play that full match night. It was our throwback match of the night, so I was very disappointed in the build, but here we are. Before Athena won that Wrestle Dynasty qualifying match, I would have looked into this camera and told you I'm 100% confident that Starks is winning. However, there's a part of me that cannot see Athena walking into the Tokyo Dome without that Ring of Honor Women's World Championship. However, now that the Spitter belt has been destroyed, if it's not now, then it's when. And if it's not Billy, then it's who. You already didn't do it last year. If you don't do it now, there's never a better chance. And Athena, my minion overlord, I am so sorry, but I am picking Billy Starks to walk out of Hammerstein and become one of, because she's not the youngest champ, because that remains Roxanne Perez, but she will be one of the youngest Ring of Honor Women's World Champions of all time. And Queen Amanada will be her first feud, and we will get to that when we get to her match with Lady Frost later.
I went back and forth between this because I felt like they should have pulled the trigger last year. I think everybody did. And this feud has really cooled off at a time that it shouldn't be cooling off. You should be heating this up. If we don't pull the trigger now, I fear it will never happen or matter as much. But as you said, I can't imagine Athena walking in to the Tokyo Dome without the title.
Repping Ring of Honor, I might add. She's the Ring of Honor representative for this match.
I know. What other opportunity would Billy have?
The first TV.
HBO?
No. If they get the TV deal, the first TV episode.
Oh. That would mean that they would know that that's happening. I feel like I'm at the end of like Who Wants to be a Millionaire. My gut is saying Athena, because why would she be representing? But here's the thing: Willow was walking into it not a champ.
But none of the champions were technically in that qualifier match. Every single person in the qualifier was a non-champion.
Yeah.
And you had 2 champions in the Ring of Honor one because it was Athena and Red. Mike the Ref has a good point though. So if you win that cup, right, you could cash in on any title. So Athena could cash it in on an AEW champion. That's how you get back on AEW TV.
Do you think Billy would ruin Tokyo for her?
No, I don't. I think only Athena's from the ROH brand. I don't think Billy's gonna fly up to Japan. That's a very expensive flight.
It is. It is. It's why I haven't gone to Tokyo yet. I mean,
And to be honest, I don't think this is a match where you need outside interference.
Sure. There's 3 other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say Billy Starks. That's it. Because if they don't pull the trigger now, when?
And
that means we only have 2 difference.
Only 2 different. But you know what? Sometimes it's the 2 that counts. Let's talk about Ring of Honor TV.
Oh God. Must we?
We're going to try to breeze past this as much as possible. So the first match we had was Lee Johnson versus Bishop Khan. Obviously,
what a terrible way to start off. Show.
Obviously, to set up the 0-hour match. I've said it for months. Lee Johnson should have been the TV champion yesterday, as he is someone who is not only on TV every week, but proves how good he is every time he is on the TV. After the match was over, Johnson got the win. Khan went to go give the Code of Honor. Leona broke that up so quickly, and Leona and Naduka squared off face to face before the Gates of Agony left the ring. But your winner was Lee Johnson.
Having this as your opener made me go, oh God. Oh God. I agree that I think that Lee Johnson was a better fit as your TV champion rather than pure champion, right? Because when he was, just fighting for that, I was like, you don't scream as a pure champion wrestler, but I just think of my pure champion, Bryan Danielson. Josh Woods.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yes.
This isn't, Wheeler Yuta. Which, can we just talk about how, what a year Wheeler Yuta has had? Because he's no longer anywhere near Ring of Honor, right?
It's an AEW storyline.
He is clearly being abused. This is clearly Stockholm syndrome, some sort of bullshit. But remember how he was in Ring of Honor just last year?
I do. He was a pure champion last year. He had his 6-month concussion injury at this point last year.
At this point. Yep. Do you remember that show? Pepperidge Farm remembers that show. Some really interesting points during the match. I think that Bishop Khan having that size advantage was a really key part of this match, which every match like that does. But Lee Johnson seems to have those big shoulders to chop. So it felt hot and heavy, but without the sex, there was just 2 men slapping, but no tension. So I'm interested to see how this is going to fare on the show on 0 Hour, because I just don't feel the chemistry, right? I don't feel the blood rushing. It just feels awkward, weird. Just 2 bodies doing things. But The way that Bishop Khan flipped Lee Johnson over with a lariat and hit a big driver was really nice. I think that Bishop Khan is a fantastic wrestler. Would love to see him featured more. All in all, great match.
We then promo on promo on promo. I was like, am I watching NXT?
Promoception, yeah.
We start with Lee Moriarty. He says he is ready for anyone to enter his open challenge tomorrow every time he steps into the ring. He proves he is one of the best in Ring of Honor. Tomorrow will be his night as he not only proves that he is one of the best champions of Ring of Honor, but also shows everyone that Tiger Style is going to take over the world.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that Tiger Style is going to take over the world?
Well, I mean, I think he's going to win tomorrow. I think Shane Taylor Promotions is going to take over the world, but he could try.
Certainly will.
Next, we turned into Red Velvet and Layla Hirsch promo. Hirsch says that last week she had her beat, but because of Starks and Athena, they got in her way, and that's why she couldn't qualify for the match in Japan. Red Velvet says that Hirsch has not been able to prove that, and she will do anything to make sure she walks out in New York City tomorrow, the Ring of Honor Women's Television Champion. Cool.
I don't believe it.
I mean, we both picked Red winning. Sorry, Layla.
I know. He can't have sex that he would be pure enough.
Oh
to
my
be
god.
Have you seen probably not because you're not chronically online like myself, but the Like a Prayer as sung by a choir?
No.
It's like a little prayer, I want to take you there. Do you know who sings that song? Have you heard
Somebody.
of that song?
I've heard of the song. I don't know who sings
I
it.
hear your voice. Hey, hey. So, do you know what that song is about?
No.
I'm down on my knees. I'm gonna take you there.
So
I'm
sad.
gonna take you there. What are
Okay.
you doing? You're on your knees.
Yeah, I got that part. I have a million other things to worry about. That's not the meaning of this song.
But imagine singing that in a church because someone thinks Like a Prayer is somehow related to being close to God. But you know what? Sometimes I've said, oh God, during those moments. So maybe it is. Maybe it is. Speaking of taking me there, Queen Amanada versus Lady Frost.
Halfway through this match, Amanada looked into the camera and dropped the F-bomb, which was one of the more funnier things I've seen on this episode. With how much Amanada has been showcased on Ring of Honor as lately, I'm going to assume that this is going to be Billy's first feud for the title. It makes the most sense of the world. Why are you putting Amanada on Ring of Honor TV if you're not going to use her? Because she was doing great in AEW, and they found nothing for her to do. So they were like, oh, cool, her and Billy, that could work. Also, it goes back to the Ring of Honor TV tournament because that was the finals that happened at Supercard of Honor, so they're gonna run that back, which would be amazing. This match was fine. Both showed out, proved why Ring of Honor Women's Division is the place to be. Queen Amanada wins.
So I struggle with Queen Amanada because she's one of those wrestlers that keeps proving her, like proving opportunities to show how incredible she is, right? However, she remains one of the top contenders for any of the championships, but she spent more time in a losing bout being made a fool. I feel like that should make you go crazy after a while. She failed to win the Wrestle Dynasty Cup final. Was it Wrestle Dynasty International Women's Honorary?
The cup. She didn't, for the AW side, she did not advance in the tournament.
Right. She didn't go further, right? She lost against Mercedes.
Lost against Mariah.
Lost against Mariah. Lost against Athena. Lost against Billy. There's just been so many losing bouts for Amanada that winning over Lady Frost is great. But you're really showcasing an incredible wrestler, and it seems to be wasted right now. However, I don't want to discount Lady Frost. She hit, you know how I like those fisherman suplexes, which for such a tiny gal, incredible. Um, I, I, I always love that Aminata doesn't let things breathe when they don't need to breathe, if that makes sense. So going from one move to the next move to another sequence to then pausing and letting that sit, of having it sequence, because makes nothing makes a match more frustrating than chopped up spaghetti. You know, do you know anyone who chops up their spaghetti, or they crunch it in half so it's not a long drawn out segment so you can't twist it on your fork? That's so awkward, so weird. It sounds like you don't even speak my language. But here I want to speak the language of wrestling. And Aminata really knows how to enunciate when it's time and when to go to the next, to the next, to the next, to make that long segment, right? Because it tells that story instead of just doing a move, pause, a move, a move, a move. You know what I mean? Like, there are some wrestlers who are like that and it works for them, but it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me, brother.
Doesn't. So you're Hulk Hoganing this? Doesn't work for me, brother.
Doesn't work for me, brother. Ring of Honor and AEW wasting talent. Big companies wasting good talent. You don't say. Well,
Isn't that AEW's MO at this point? We
but
then moved on to a wonderful Righteous promo. This was so good. We see the Righteous spying on Dustin Rhodes as he's walking into his wrestling school, and as Rhodes is vacuuming one of the rings, Vincent attacks him from behind. He choked Rhodes out with a cord as Dutch hit him in the head with the cowbell. Vincent says Rhodes is now seeing the polka dots as he claimed he would, and he FaceTimes Sammy Guevara. Vincent says he has a surprise for Guevara as he shows a bloody Dustin Rhodes, and he keeps saying this is just for you. Claims this is a final battle gift as Guevara yells at the phone, Dustin, no. Dustin, are you okay? Like, bro, you both live in Texas. You're telling me you couldn't get Sammy for this set? Oh, actually, no, technically Sammy used to live in Texas. He lives in Florida, but you couldn't have him fly to Texas for this segment to kind of like complete it? Like, damn. Poor Dustin, like, defending the honor here, and Sammy's just like chilling with Ty and the baby. This was great. Love this. Saw the blood. Saw so much addition to the feud here. Loved.
yeah, I think they told more story than I've seen in anything that's built in this entire episode. The way that the Righteous left laughing gave me chills, absolute chills.
Some would say this is cinema.
I mean, they did leave Dustin in a pool of his own blood, so
Cinema. You know what was not cinema? Seeing Don Callis on my screen.
I am frozen and I am back.
Yay.
I'm
Seeing Don Callis on my screen was not cinema. Because we saw the Iron Savages versus the Murder Machines. Don Callis on Honor Club. I've seen it all.
What?
This match was a little too long in my opinion, just because the Iron Savages are not usually featured on Ring of Honor TV, and when they are, they usually lose easily. It's basically a squash match. And I would have rather seen Brian Cage in a singles match with one of the participants in the Survival of the Fittest to build on that instead. After the match was over, Brian Cage and Don Callis beat down the Iron Savages to show their dominance. But the Murder Machines, what a great tag team name.
Interesting. I am not a fan of the Iron Savages, mostly because I don't like Jack Jameson. It's just, it feels like the Premier Athletes, but worse.
Yes.
In that they lose. And what was Boulder and Bronson's tag team before this?
Bear Country.
Bear Country. That's more memorable. Go back to that.
Go back to Bear Country.
Go back to Bear Country. So did not I don't think I paid attention really to this match. It was just everybody looked a little bit too jaundiced for me. A little too oiled.
Were they like Adam Cole though?
Honestly, you saw MJF's comment about him being jaundiced baby.
I did.
Did you like his picture?
I laughed.
That
and said,
bad
what are you doing
Photoshop.
what are you doing to my friend? Poor Adam.
I want to know. I want to know more things. I want to know everything about him, to be honest.
Adam Cole, he's a great human. Loves his fans. Very nice. Cries over movies. So
He
you
does
know that.
cry over movies, as he should, because
Is he confirmed? To me. Next time I see him, I'm going to tell him. I'm going to be like, yeah, I went on a podcast and we were discussing how you cry over movies and I don't, and how there's something wrong with me. He's going to be like, yep, makes sense, Kimmy. Next, we had another promo. My ears are on fire from having these headphones on for 4 hours. I hate my
I was
life.
about to ask, are you okay? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, my ears are probably very bright red if I take this off and my hat, and it's going to be like, ow. Jay Lethal and QT Marshall, words exist, had a promo up next. Lethal says he's excited to walk back into the Hammerstein Ballroom when QT Marshall interrupts. Marshall says we are all living in his world as Riccaboni gets the sit-down interview started. Lethal says that everything he has accomplished so far is because of everything in Ring of Honor. Marshall says he felt disrespected after Lethal turned down his match with all of the mainstream publicity he's gotten over the last couple weeks. Lethal says he wants to get back into the title picture, which is why he said that he had bigger fish to catch. And Marshall says he needs to stop taking things so personally. Marshall says that when he walked into Ring of Honor, people talked about how Lethal was the franchise player of Ring of Honor, and he had everything handed to him. He also mentions the neck injury he suffered in 2013 that almost ended his career. Lethal says to stop using it as a crutch and he has to move on. Marshall says that he was able to turn everything around, open up a school, and make money, which is why he is now successful. He then says he's going to try to hurt Jay Lethal tomorrow intentionally and slaps him to end the interview. There was a lot of things in here that I did not know about QT Marshall. I knew he was in Ring of Honor before, but I never knew that he basically had a career-threatening injury. So this really sold me on the feud. I think Jay Lethal is right. You know, he could have won over championship gold, but he stuck with QT Marshall. And when the Costco guys come out of this match, he's going to be thanking for later because Jay Lethal's going to be featured on SportsCenter and all those other places.
We'll see. We'll see.
Do you have anything to add?
What else is there to add? I think I learned more about QT Marshall than I'd. But I do think the moment that the Costco boys announced that they were going to be doing more things with AEW, I immediately said they're going to be doing something for Final Battle. Like it was just and the TV tapings. They have to.
Be honorable. Costco guys are honorable. I cannot wait to tweet that one out.
Okay, when they do a handshake, do you think that they pass cookies, chocolate chunk cookies?
Yes, 100. That's the only way to go.
Absolutely. As
we talked about earlier, the throwback match for this week's episode was the Final Battle main event from last year, Billy Starkz versus Athena, which was super cool to see. Hopefully they're able to top that match this year. Next up, I cannot believe that they announced this match, and I cannot believe that this guy actually won because Serpentico faced the returning Sydney Akeem. Hello.
I almost texted you, by the way. Oh, you didn't mention. Wait, did you mention the classic match?
What classic match?
The Ring of Honor Women's.
I just said that.
Championship match from. Oh, I think my computer stopped, I got a little.
Yeah, no, I said that as we mentioned already, throwback match. But yeah, Serpentico versus Sydney.
Okay, so remember how I almost texted you because I was like, Sydney Akeem, is he still asking
I haven't gotten an email about him lately
to get on the con circuit?
So no, I haven't gotten an email as of late. So
I'm surprised he hasn't done like a. I'm surprised he hasn't done a show like Power Rangers or something.
Power Rangers. Want me to text his agent
Isn't that still
tomorrow?
going? Is that not going?
I don't know. I'll text. I can text his agent tomorrow. I'll be like, listen, we talked about your client on the
Some
podcast.
sort of live action.
Power Rangers. He's gonna be like, what?
Oh.
He's gonna be like, this is why I told you to leave the media, and I'm gonna be like, buddy, I am. This match was a flip match galore. Cause wow. I said this the last time that Sydney was on Ring of Honor. I would not mind seeing him more often because of how insanely talented he is. These two had a great back and forth, with Akeem getting several near falls over Serpentico, but in the end, Serpentico was able to get the win, which is shocking because Serpentico usually loses all of his matches. So, like, why are we feeding him singles wins? Where was Angelico? I had so many questions.
I'm never like Sydney Akeem is just like a live action. Like he would be really good in like what is the oh no. No, it's not like Ren Fair, but it's like it's a place that you go to watch like middle ages like Ren Fair kind of style. Oh no, it's gonna bother me. It's called something, and it's like just over the border in Pennsylvania.
What?
It's like oh no, it's like Ren Fair. Have you ever been to Ren Fair?
No.
But I'm just seeing that chicken bake.
That's horrible.
That's hilarious. Oh no, medieval times. Thank you, medieval times. Medieval times.
I've been there once.
What?
Yeah, I've been there once.
You've been there once with those giant freaking turkey legs?
Yes.
Thank you. Medieval times. You knew what I was talking about. Sydney Akeem is one of those actors.
So
That's
you're
what he
saying that he
wrestles
should
like.
ditch a wrestling career to go to medieval times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I won't tell his agent that one. He's gonna be like, "What is wrong with you?"
It would be a good salary, right?
Medieval times.
Yeah, they get paid by the performance.
Oh my!
You might get a chicken or a turkey leg from it.
Oh my god!
Instead of a handshake and a hot dog, it's a handshake and a turkey leg.
That is what?
Is that insulting? Please don't ever clip this.
This is not what I am clipping. I would take it as an insult if I was him. No, I'm not.
But like, I can see him entertaining children with his body.
There you go. That's a better way to phrase it. Not medieval times.
Medieval times is so cool. Come on, Kimmy.
You gotta eat with your hands. It's like, bro, that's why they made silverware.
Okay. Soup on a cruise.
With a spoon. With a spoon.
Okay, Slurpee McGee. Slurpee Scoops McGee.
Scoops McGee's died a long time ago. I don't know who that is.
I'm gonna miss Scoops.
You're gonna miss Scoops McGee? Scoops McGee's still staying around. I'm not Scoops McGee.
You are Scoops McGee.
I'm not. Actually, in my year-end article, I reveal who Scoops McGee is. I do a grand reveal of who Scoops McGee is.
You're gonna share all your secrets. What if you come back?
I'm not Scoops McGee. That's the point. It's not me.
You are Scoops McGee.
Definitely not me. Next we had Athena and Billy Starks versus Missa Kate and Blair Onyx. Can they coexist? No.
No.
Answers no.
Notice how they came out of the tunnels different
tunnels.
Different
Athena
sides.
kept using Starks' body to do the double team moves on their opponents, which was so fun because it was like, you know what? I'm not only gonna beat up this tag team, I'm gonna beat you up too, Billy. The two of them kept fighting throughout the match as expected, and Athena was able to score the pinfall over Onyx. Stark stole the custom Ring of Honor Women's Championship and smashed it as Athena looked on mortified. I was so sad. I hope that's like a replica. I hope she like was able to keep one and that was just a replica. Cause like, damn, if that was the real one, I'd be butthurt about that. I'd be like, damn, really? I want that. I want something for my momentous of like keeping this title for 2 years. Security tried separating them, but Starks and Athena were able to take them out. Athena took out every single person and stood tall as she vowed to take out Starks and retain a Ring of Honor Women's Championship tomorrow or today because it's midnight on the East Coast.
I thought that this should have been it.
This should have been the main event. I agree.
Cut off. After that, fade to black. Athena screaming, it kind of gets that like spot in your ear, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So definitely, I mean, Billy is rightfully angry, and I'm probably going to lose my minion status because of what I'm going to say, but Athena deserved it. You can't treat children like that. Mm-hmm. Billy getting autonomy. That's what I'm here for.
I thought Athena was gonna see me interview Billy and then text me and be like, "What are you doing?" I was gonna be like, "I didn't do it." AWPR just texted me. I was like, "Hey, you want to do this?" I was like, "Yep."
I love it.
Next, we had
Okay, I guess we have to talk about this.
The Chris Jericho promo. Chris Jericho says that even though Cardona has guts, he made a big mistake. Jericho always can get his way no matter where he is. You can never turn your back on Jericho, and even though he is the king of the indies, this is what Cardona gets for challenging Cardona. Jericho says he will follow Cardona all over the world until Cardona understands how high the stakes are in this match. He also adds that it is time for the king to retain his crown in his castle and retain the Ring of Honor World Championship at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
He's selling this match.
Listen, I would have much rather Jericho and Cardona do a segment in the ring than a promo highlighting a GCW attack. But you know what? You do you. And in our main event, we had the Grizzled Young Veterans and Shane Taylor Promotions taking on Dark Order and the Undisputed Kingdom. Like both of us said with how the last segment ended, I would have rather that be the closing segment than this. Everyone got their stuff in during this match. GYV and Dark Order got into it during the match, which led them to leave the match halfway through. Horrible tag team partners they are. I would never tag with them if they just left me halfway through a match. Shane Taylor Promotions Undisputed Kingdom finished the match strong as Moriarty pinned Bennett while holding the ropes, which is so anti-pure division championship thing. Unbelievable, Lee Moriarty. And Shane Taylor Promotions stands tall to end out the go-home show for Final Battle.
I'm gonna be honest. I was typing up my my thoughts during this match because the thoughts of the show during this match. So I really wasn't paying attention because there were so many wrestlers in the ring pulling their spots in, trying to get you to buy the show, right? All you need is an Honor Club subscription. But the Grizzly Young Veterans with Shane Taylor is so funny to me. It's like a bad attitude team, which I love. Oh, you got a scowl on. Okay, let's tag team together. Loved it. But nothing about this match really stood out for me. It was more so the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and was nice. However, Lee Moriarty tagging in to get the win is pretty good. So,
but he cheated.
Well, is it cheating?
Yes.
Is he a heel?
Yes. It doesn't matter.
Do we have another heel pure champion?
I mean, if there were two pure champions, I don't know what I'd do with myself. We could barely get the one.
Well, that's all I got. That's all I got. And that's the show. That's the show. What did you think? Did you feel go home-ish, or did you feel
No.
I'm gonna stay in my bed-ish?
I mean, this was very promo heavy, which is what we expected. Usually, all the Ring of Honor go home shows are very promo heavy. But there's some things I wish Red would have wrestled. I wish Jericho and Cardona showed up. So I wish there was little things. But I mean, we have a bunch of matches with no build. There's still part of me that wishes I was going to House of Glory to work with the Hardys. Sure, I'll regret my decision halfway sitting through Hammerstein Ballroom tomorrow. But you know, the show's gonna do what it's gonna do, and hopefully it's good, and hopefully I get to talk to some people on the scrum, and yeah, enjoy Hammerstein for 3 days.
I'm excited to hear from you about how it is. I'll be watching it from the comfort of my home. And if you are looking for a post show, we will have a post show right here on our local establishment. I will be here. I'll give the link to Kimmy. So if you feel inclined to give me your,
I'll be on the scrum.
There will be a waiting period. You can pop in, pop out.
I'm gonna be in the room with a bunch of journalists.
Okay, you can say hi.
Yeah, me
Send
and
us a
Andrew
selfie.
Zarian. I'll be like, Andrew Zarian, you doing something right now? Let's go hijack this bell show.
I'm all for it. Well, that's it. That's our show.
I don't see my ticker.
I don't want you to do your plugs.
Why? I got one more left. We got apparently there's a surprise for me next week. You call me Scoops McGee. You all gotta talk to Jose, who's Scoops McGee. All right, that's who you gotta talk to, because there's something apparently planned for next week that I'm not supposed to know about, but he told me anyway. So, not Scoops McGee, me.
I have no idea what he's talking about. So.
I definitely think everyone knows what he's talking. If Bobby's still
you think everybody knows? I'm always the last person to find out things. They're probably already planning something, and have no idea what's happening.
If Bobby is still here, hi, I know, but yell at Jose.
You don't know anything. What do you know? I don't know anything.
You can follow me on Twitter at Kimmy_Sokol. You can follow me on Instagram at Kimmy.Sokol. Follow me on Blue Sky at Kimmy.Sokol.Bluesky, whatever it is. If you want to see any of the 2 other podcasts I was on today, you can head over to Between Two Beards on Love Wrestling CA and check out their holiday stream. Me and Joel went at each other for about 20 minutes. You can also check out the Fightful Ring of Honor post show. Kate, SB3, and I went through our predictions a little bit more in-depthly, and we went over also the Ring of Honor TV show. You can see my... In-depthly. I don't know if that's a word, but we just made it a word. You could see my interview with Billy Starks on the pop break. That will be where all of my Final Battle coverage will be. My predictions will be up there. All my stuff from the scrum will be there as well. I do have 2 articles coming out. One is a love wrestling, 2 a love letter to wrestling media. It's me thanking every single person that has gotten me through the last couple of years. I even put Sean Ross Sapp over, so this is a very big deal that I said very nice things about him. He was very excited when I told him I was doing that for him, because he's had a very rough couple weeks, and I hope he's doing okay, because he's a good person sometimes.
Yeah, all the love to him and his family.
But I still beat him at Topgolf, so ha.
Oh my god!
This is how I was.
Nice.
I was nice. When you read what I wrote about him, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" And I was gonna be like, "Yeah, okay, I'll put my heart and soul into that." Also, I'm writing a top 5 of all the top 5 things I did this year, and trust me, there's a lot of shit I did this year. If anyone was keeping track, what else if anyone's coming to Hammerstein any of the 3 days, I will be there. I will be at Collision. I'll be at Ring of Honor. I'll be at Dynamite. So come say hi.
I'm dropping frames, so I might as well get my shit in. Hi, I'm your queer auntie. If you want to find out where I'm going live, when I'm going live, follow me here. You know you want to. Am I coming out clear?
Yeah.
Or am I just...
I mean, you're kind of going back and forth.
Cool. Love that. It's starting to storm outside. So,
Oh, no.
Kimmy, plug OLE for us.
If you're already here, you're at all our local establishment. Oh my god. There will be a Ring of Honor Final Battle post show. There is stuff throughout the week. There is a New Japan show. There is a NXT a post show. There's probably going to be a World's End post show, which I will probably be on unless I'm going to be somewhere else December 28th, but I don't think I will be because I had plans and I canceled them so I could watch World's End. So yay for me. But yeah, there's stuff here almost every day. So make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Threads at OLE Podcast, YouTube and Twitch at Our Local Establishment, Facebook also at Our Local Establishment. And if you're already here, like the video, comment, do subscribe. I know a big part of OLE is they want to start being monetized, and by doing that, subscribe. They do really cool shit here. I promise things will go on when I leave. The wrestling media scene is not going to die when I leave, even though everyone's
but I'm
making
gonna
it seem that
die.
way. No one is
I'm
going to
gonna
die,
die.
and everything will be fine. But thank you all for tuning in for our wonderful Ring of Honor post show where we cover Final Battle, and of course episode 95 of Ring of Honor. Make sure to tune in next week as it will be my final Honor Ramble episode. Apparently I'm not really supposed to say that too loud because people are going to cry and be upset. But see you all next week. And happy wrestling, everybody.
Happy wrestling.